relationships, ladies and gentlemen, the world's dynamic. Everything starts right here with relationships. And so I want to focus on looking at what relationships are, because if we understand what a relationship is and the dynamic of relationship, its functionality, we can then be a little bit more patient with our relationships and understand how to operate them. So a relationship, what is it? It's a variable. It's constantly changing, looking for a constant. So it's two people relating to each other. All right. So relationship, what it really is currency. Okay. On the word current. Okay. Two people, two people's energy is fluctuating and interconnected with each other, looking for a constant where they can find balance in. That's what a relationship is. Now, because it's two different currents, and the currents look like this, okay? These currents may be flowing in and out of each other, something like that, okay? And the whole imbalance is simply a act of an attempt to find a place where these two energies can operate in a balanced manner with each other. So every argument, every fight, everything is a result of this current looking for a proper balance. And if you understand that, then you understand that the communication process, okay, is how the current appears in the world. It appears through communication. Every person that you are in contact with, every relationship that you have, has a certain quality of communication. You may like to talk about one person about educational things, whereas you may like to talk about with another person about money, or you may like to talk with another person about women. Once you start to observe the conversations that you're having with the different people, you can discover the current, what your currency is with that person. When these two currents get together, what they do is they create a third current, which is the reality of the relationship. So you have some people who are together specifically to create a family, some people who are together specifically for business. They are not consciously aware of it. But if you stop and you begin to observe, one of the most important things that I've realized through my observations is that when you first meet a person, the first conversation that you have with them, that's the current. That's the value of the currency of the relationship that has just appeared into the world. And all other relationships are going to be similar to that. Right? So relationship is a variable. Variables are constantly changing. They are unstable. Stop looking for stability in a relationship. Instead, look for a place where you can connect in a balanced way. So it says here, I like to call it not relationship, but relation shift, because you're constantly shifting in relation to one another. You're in a constant play. It's a play that the energies are constantly shifting. If you can see your energies and the way they're operating, you'll be able to see this dance that the two currencies are putting together and producing in reality. The current is either a healthy current or it's a unhealthy current. How you know the current is unhealthy is when both individuals are not getting along over an extensive period of time, and when you are arguing with the person, you feel an electrical charge in your chest, or you feel a sense of very strong charge within your body because there is no flow. The current is not flowing. What it's doing is it's hitting against a wall and it's creating a negative sensation because it's resistance, creating another negative sensation in your body. And what needs to happen in relationship is it needs to flow. Okay? If it doesn't flow, it doesn't grow. What doesn't flow doesn't grow. So how do you get something to flow? Things that flow, they flow together as a result of optimism and confidence in the direction that they're going. So you can break this down to, at the end of the day, relationships that are not working, they're not working because there's fear there. And when fear is there, nothing moves forward. you're kind of in a stagnated situation where you can't move forward in a relationship. Doesn't matter how much you love the person, how much you want to be with the person, you can't move forward because there's fear lurking within inside of the current, and the current, instead of moving like this, it is now like this. It's dying. It's slowly dying. Okay? And you can actually feel that every time you have an argument with your partner. You can literally feel that in your body. You can feel that resistance through the communication. When the communication flows, both people are more accepting. They're open to hear each other's, whatever the issues are, and they're able to flow and understand and accept and make changes in the relationship based on that. That's how you know that the current is healthy. If there's a constant clash at head, the current is unhealthy, and then you want to start figuring out what are the fears that are beneath the surface that are stopping your partner from actually taking action to communicate and operate with you in a proper manner. A lot of times, because the current is already so ill, you can't do anything. You need some outside help. But that's one of the ways to actually understand what's going on in a relationship. So a relationship is basically currency. It's energy, electricity. You're not the body. You're an electrical current. And the communication, as I'm speaking to you now, I am manifesting my own electrical current into reality. So when these two currents, two people communicate with each other, they're actually sharing each other's current. I'm going to end with that. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe, and follow me for my other videos.